we had always homeschooled before we went on the road, and I think one of the things that is just managing the expectations. One of the greatest lessons we've learned being on the road is managing expectations of all things, but also all things that come around education. The nice thing for us is we don't have that social parenting part of our life because we're always around different people. So, when you're plugged in and your neighbors are doing different things, they go, oh, Johnny's in 5th grade, he should be doing this, and Susie's in 6th grade and she should be here. We don't have a lot of those stressors because we're not really comparing ourselves to a lot of other people. And I think that's one of the greatest things that we've been able to do is remove that. Because if you maybe look at our kids' handwriting, maybe it's not the best handwriting for a grader. My daughter can take her profile and ask you what your profile is and explain you. I'll take that all day long, right? So it's being okay that it's going to be different and not getting caught up in, well, they all said it should be this, right? So my question when it comes to education is who's they all, right? And why did they say that they should be here? And why did they say they should be there? So we choose our own curriculum. We follow it. As a matter of fact, we're skipping a year. John, are you still there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. So we're actually skipping a year this year. We're going to just repeat last year again because we want to travel more this summer. And my son would technically be going into 7th grade, and the curriculum that we do is meant to be done in a community one day a week, and it gets a little more structured during that one day. And we're not in a hurry for them to leave home. We're not in a hurry for any of those things. So we just decided to skip a year of school, and no harm, no foul. So we love it. We wouldn't trade it for the world. And we school throughout the whole year. Yeah. So then if we're doing something fun, if they miss a day, who cares? If they miss a week, who cares? So we just literally school all year long. For us, we have found that we spend equal to or maybe even more money being on the road. What we found is our fixed costs are lower and our variable costs are higher. But that's because we're doing stuff. So instead of fixing the sprinkler system, we're renting paddle boards, right? Instead of having the lawn mowed every month, we may rent bicycles somewhere. Like we just rent Pedego bicycles in Park City, Utah, and spent the whole day cycling all over. I mean, like we traded it. We could certainly do it much cheaper, but there's things like, obviously you can't go to Costco and shop bulk. So you're shopping in more local grocery stores. You're not being able to shop the sales as easily. There's certain things that just are inherent with being on the road. And so, like we had a blowout in Kentucky, $350 for the tire, $5,200 worth of damage to our camper. Luckily we had insurance. So if you guys don't have full-time insurance, make sure you get it. If you're full-time, we have Geico and it works really great, but make sure you get full-time insurance. It paid for us to be put up in a hotel, all sorts of things like that. But for us, we could certainly do it cheaper, but that's not why we're doing this. This is not a time in our lives where we're, we obviously have a budget and we don't have an unlimited budget, and we work and so on and so forth. But I would far rather spend the money going out and doing something, eating in a cool restaurant, checking out a cool brewery, going to a winery, doing those kinds of things, because that's what we're doing this life for, is to experience. I know people that live on $3 a day for a campground. They just literally use their campground memberships, and that's all they do. We have one of those, and we use it when it fits, but we don't live by it. So we go where we want to go, and but we cut corners where we can as well. So it's literally every end of the spectrum.